Located in Gainesville, Georgia, Carroll Daniel Construction was founded in 1946 by Carroll E. Daniel. The company was built on a foundation of integrity, service, and performance, and those values have enabled Carroll Daniel to grow into the premier facility planning and building services firm in the Southeast.
My grandfather, Carroll Daniel, was born on a little farm in Northern Virginia. He was the son of a flour miller, and he didn't want to be a flour miller for a living, so he moved to suburban Washington and was building some houses down there when he joined the service during the Second World War and found himself in Atlanta, Georgia in the Corps of Engineers. Married a girl from Gainesville, North Georgia, and that's how the Daniel family made it to North Georgia. As soon as he was done with his military service, he moved up to Gainesville and was married and began his business in 1946. Carroll Daniel Construction Company was born that year along with Georgia Building Supply. So over the years, as the business evolved, the retail store went away as the construction business began to grow. Carroll Daniel had an office in Sanford, Florida, just north of Orlando in the late 50s and early 60s. We did a number of projects throughout Florida and all across Georgia, and really all across the Southeast. We began to focus more and more over the years in education construction, and now that's certainly growing into senior living and hospitality. We've always had a presence in industrial type work, particularly here in closer to our home office.
Carroll Daniel Construction is in its third generation of family leadership, and the values developed by Carroll E. Daniel in the early years still apply today. The company continues to provide a complete range of planning and building services with a focus on relationships and client service.
Building relationships is utmost importance to us, and that's something that we drill down on. Again, putting the right people in the right places, that is one of the criteria that we look for. We make sure that the folks that we put in these areas can and will work and develop relationships with the owners, architects. Those type things are very, very important. I think it comes around at the end of the day. I think it rolls back around, and as they like us, you know, we get another shot at stuff. So those things help.
Relationships is a network that that's what this whole company is based on. You know, don't email somebody. If you got something going on, call them. You know, go see them. We're trying to get base hits, not home runs. And if you do that and you take care of that client, you're going to have him for 14, 15 years.
We're in the relationship business. Our goal is to build a relationship with an owner where we can work with them to develop ideas into buildings and into campuses over time, and that process of working with them as their needs evolve and is what we do. It's the magic in what we do. It's what makes this business so fun to work with the different people along the way, and to watch their ideas come to reality.
Throughout our history, Carroll Daniel has evolved to meet the challenges and continually changing needs of developers and building owners. The company has adopted new methods, embraced new technologies, and welcomed new members into the family. But the core values of Carroll Daniel Construction Company have remained the same.
I think Carroll Daniel is made up by a group of homogeneous individuals, very similar people who basically like to win. Get up every morning and they go about their job expecting to be the best in what they do and be better than anybody else out there. Our people, being the winners that we like to be, like to position themselves to be there before anyone else is. Whether it's solving a problem on a project, whether it's getting that project, or whether it's finishing that project, we always want to be first.
my opinion, this is the Cadillac of the construction companies. May not be the largest, but it is the Cadillac of construction companies. So, that in a nutshell, this is a tremendous company.
The things that make us unique from competition, I think, is it's family ran. Everybody's on the same page. I mean, everybody jumps in to help out. You know, there'll be 4 of us going through a scenario, so you get a different mindset and a different thought that, you know, maybe I didn't think about.
I started here in 1957. Being a part of Carroll Daniel Construction Company meant making a living, having just about anything I wanted, and taking care of my family. This company has always looked after the buildings and see that they was built right. They looked after from the ground up. Just think about this a little bit now. How many jobs have y'all furnished us ways to get to where we could make money? Now, you got to think about that. You got to help the people and take care of you people and everything like that if they work and make you money. And y'all have done that. Y'all have took care of it. And the insurance and everything else. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with that. Always took care of it.
We have the finest people in the world working here from top to bottom, and there's no secret that that's our secret. We just we work really hard to bring the best of the best on board here, and we let them do what they do best, and that is the single reason for our success. So when we talk about this idea of service, I like to think of businesses who have been very successful at elevating the level of service they provide their clients. So think of Chick-fil-A or Publix or Ritz-Carlton hotels. Those are all businesses that you think of as different from their competitors because of the level of service they provide. They're offering something different. They distinguish themselves with the way they interact with their client. That's who we want to be at Carroll Daniel.
Our legacy gives us a sense of who we are, what we're capable of, and what we believe in. But our eyes are always looking forward. We are building futures.